Assalamu alaikum everyone, and welcome to this week's Celebration Sunday. So today I wanted to talk to you all about body image. So I remember when I started wearing hijab, I was 11 years old, and that was the first time that I had to start thinking about modesty. Like I had to start thinking about covering my body more. I had to start thinking about making sure that my clothes were looser. And to be honest, it was something that I didn't really want to think about. And I feel like I wasn't prepared to think about. So I had three sisters who were older than me, and I wanted to be like them in so many ways. And I especially wanted to wear their clothes. They hated it. I loved it. So, I remember that in the morning times, my older sisters, they would get dressed for school, and my dad, he was like the clothing police, meaning that, he'd pretty much stop us at the door to make sure that, we had on pants that were looser fitting and that our shirts were covering our behind. That was his two big things. And so if you were fine, Assalamu alaikum, have a great day. If not, turn around, go try it again, go change. So I remember that I was constantly getting stopped at the door. I mean, I would, borrow something that my sister wore just a few days before. I was like, oh, that looks cute on her. Can't wait to wear that. So I remember I would, go ahead and try it on, wait till she left for school, of course. And my dad would be like, no, you can't wear that. Nope, sorry, those pants are too tight on you. And I remember that was like the time that I started to feel like, you know what, maybe in Islam, maybe my body is just not modest. I mean, I'm wearing the same thing as my sister. Yes, I was a bit thicker than my sisters. They were slimmer than I was. But in my mind, all I could see was not fair. This is just not fair. This is not fair. It's got to be me. I mean, like, maybe my body's just not in line with what Islam wants it to be. No. So that feeling is something that I kind of carried along with me throughout my teenage years. And I think it's the feeling that caused me to just be like, you know what, whatever. I mean, I just still, proceeded on to pretty much wear what I wanted to wear. And it wasn't until I was 18 years old, I went to the Alim program, and I'll put the link below. But the Alim program, it was a summer intensive program where you learned all about Islam from these amazing scholars all across America. My favorite one by far was Dr. Jackson, because he taught a class on the life of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And that was the first time that I learned about him in that way, and learned about him not just as a prophet, because yes, he was a prophet, but as a human being, as a man who had trials and who loved deeply and who had relationships. He had a marriage and then, marriages afterwards, but particularly his first marriage and the deep love that him and his wife had. It made me aspire in different ways after I learned about Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, in that way. So this was also the first time that I started to get up every morning and get dressed and look in the mirror and feel like, oh, Mina, you look beautiful today. And I remember feeling like that every day. Like every day I would get up, get dressed. I had these beautiful dresses and skirts and things like that I wore there. And I just felt so beautiful every day. Now, this is in contrast to prior to going to Alim. Every day when I would get up and get dressed, I would look in the mirror and be like, girl, like, you look good. And that good that I was referring to was basically feeling like I looked really attractive, And so the thing that I've realized about modesty is it's about what you think. It's about what you think about yourself when you look in the mirror. It's about what you think your reason is for getting dressed every day. Because prior to, this amazing experience I had at Alam, I was getting dressed every day thinking about looking attractive for other people. It wasn't until after I had the experience at Alam, and it's not that I didn't struggle after that, because I still had my struggles, but I struggled with a different mindset. And so my struggles were different, right? My struggles then were anytime I had like kind of slip ups and wearing clothes that weren't modest, I did it with a more conscious mind. Whereas before it was a really immature mind that just didn't understand that I needed to change my thinking in order to help me to dress more modestly. And so, to any other sisters who are feeling like your body might be immodest because, maybe you're thicker or maybe you're a curvier woman, don't feel like that. Just know that, modesty is what you think about it. And when you wake up in the morning time, think about the fact that Allah is beautiful and He loves beauty, and find beautiful things that you can drape yourself in and cover your beautiful curves that will make you feel beautiful. Um, don't think about looking attractive for other people. Think about looking beautiful for Allah. Think about how much Allah loves beauty and what that means, right? Like, what do you think that means? Think about that. And inshallah, that will help you on your journey. Don't worry about other sisters and what they're wearing. It's funny because I've realized that I'm sure that women who are slimmer have their own issues with modesty too. Because maybe sometimes it might seem like they can get away with something, but then they might question, but should I actually wear that? Because yeah, it doesn't look maybe scandalous on me because I don't have as many curves, but is that really the more modest way to dress? Maybe they might have their own issues too. Everybody does, right? Everybody does. The grass is not greener on the other side. However your body is perfect. So inshallah, I pray that Allah blesses all of us women to look at ourselves in the morning when we get dressed and to feel beautiful, feel confident, and know that we do it for Allah. Assalamu alaikum.